Well, we're still watching matches from the African Cup of Nations. Great and exciting times for us to be in if we're football lovers. And yesterday, the host country, Egypt, they produced one of the best footballing moments of the tournament. You know, they intricately passed the ball around, giving us semblance of what the Arabs and the Mediterraneans tend to do with football that is akin to what is played in Europe. I hope that our counterparts, the Buga Buga, Wontri, Goro boys from West Africa will also be learning from the way the Egyptians played yesterday. And Kojo, it was an exciting time.
It absolutely was. Goro boys from West Africa.
Oh, from Niger, Ghana.
I've never heard anybody refer to footballers like that.
Koliba boys.
You see, but you make a point. You make a point. There is a vast difference between the style of play we've seen from Benin, Ghana, even Cameroon.
Senegal, Nigeria, Buga Buga.
There is a difference.
Metro.
There is a difference. But you know, you have to play to your strengths, right? So if you have good upper body strength and you know you're playing against some tricky little Messi wannabe, then you have to use what God gave you and
what your mama gave you.
Deal with them the bulls. Deal with them the Bolsa way, you know.
That reminds me. Deal with them the Bolsa way. I think that would be Mahama Yariga, or no? Yeah, the special prosecutor.
Yeah, actually, it was something that was brought up during his vetting.
Yes.
By the minority leader.
Yes. Haruna
Idrisu. Yeah.
Because he had made that statement in the past. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Kojo, let's deal with you the Bolsa way. This time we want to lock you right here into the studio, so we're going to have some clippings on your feet so that you're staying right where the point is for you to do the delivery. But we have to go through what we have. It's all about football this week and subsequently the next week as well. But it's been exciting so far. But alongside, we've also been reading some interesting comments and observations apparently from the Auditor General's report. And Kojo, we tend to look at the report but not into detail as we should. Yeah,
you're absolutely right about that. The Auditor General's annual reports are a mine of information about who is doing the wrong thing in government. It's just there's so much information there that we very easily gloss over it and move on with the daily emergencies that come up in the media space. But we're going to stop doing that. From now on, we're paying attention. Every place where there is a leak, we need to plug it. One plug at a time. Hopefully, we'll be able to start saving more of the billions that get washed away by corruption. Now, the report of the Auditor General on special audits carried out on some selected state institutions in the year 2018 has made a rather shocking revelation that the Electoral Commission sold the data of voters to a private company for money. Now, the private company, Buy System Limited, subsequently sold that electoral data to the financial service providers for a fee, and the report laid all of this out. So this revelation by the Auditor General raises some concerns about possible breaches of the privacy of Ghanaians who gave their data to the Electoral Commission in order to be eligible to vote. So today we're going to take our time with this matter. We'll break it down, look into it on AM Talk with our guest, Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo, who of course is the Honourable Member of Parliament for South Day. He's also a member of the Constitutional Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament. That's the Constitutional, Legal and Judicial Affairs Committee of Parliament. That's a mouthful, not one to be attempted when you haven't had breakfast.
He actually belongs to two committees. So we have that one and then the Judiciary Committee as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, right. So these are two committees.
Definitely separate.
Wow. There you go. Gets even more confusing. Also, Maximo Sametogo will be joining us. Now, he, of course, is an analyst in the IT and communications space. But he knows a thing or two about data protection, and he will be helping us understand these issues today. So fascinating conversation. You need to get educated on this, okay? Because you may be on the voters register, you may not, but you are certainly on somebody's data. You're in somebody's data at SNIT or at your hospital, even at your church. Do you know how they manage that data? Do you know who else has access to it? Do you know where you could suddenly find your information? These are things that you need to understand, how the law is supposed to be protecting you but sometimes doesn't.
Yeah, our names, passwords, and our details are all over. And Kojo, I downloaded an app about a month or two ago. Just it was about expenditure tracker, and by the time I fully put in my details, they had told me just that morning the transaction I had made, and previously also, even in my own bank account, and then my mobile money as well. I was surprised. And my mobile money number or account is not a number I use for calls or whatever. It's just purely for mobile. I've never used it for any call.
That's amazing.
Never.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, look, we have to discuss this into detail and try to unravel all the mystery, if there's any, alongside as it comes. But it's a Thursday, and as usual, well, we're going to have a health-based conversation. Today, we want to talk about headaches. What many of you also will be calling those migraines, etc., and how we have to deal with them. Now, we have a regular in-studio discussant or medical professional, Dr. Joseph Akama of the University of Ghana Medical School, also head of the cardiology department, the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, also works with the Legon Hospital. Look, and already he's been giving us some tips as to what we have to do. Drink a lot of water and fluids to avoid dehydration and many other related things that we need to do as part of our daily upkeep to make sure that we're just in tune with how to keep ourselves regularly in good health. Sleep as well, something that Kojo doesn't do very often. I try better than he does.
Yeah,
but
I need to do better.
Yeah, we're talking about all that and medicine. Many of those top medical professionals may have read science, and the National Science and Maths Quiz is second place, Kojo.
Absolutely, absolutely. And 4-time consecutive finalists and 1-time winners at DeSado College have begun their bid to a 5th final. And you know it's always colorful when Adisco is in the house. The National Science and Maths Quiz is on, and the Cape Coast Giants, well, let's call them the 2nd largest Giants from Cape Coast, because of course the largest are St. Augustine's College. But of course they are bent on causing an upset, but Adisco is going to have none other than Ganata SHS and Insutaman SHS to overcome. Their climbing tempo in the game is strong. They've, of course, already scored 46 points against Insutaman and Ganata. And we're going to get the latest when we join Masol Agbagba and the team on the ground for yesterday's drama. Yeah, fascinating stuff. I still can't wait for Ogasco versus Kwabuchi. This is the contest of the competition, and it's coming up next week. Make sure you don't miss it, and make sure you cheer for Ogasco, even if you went to Kwabuchi.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ogasco. Some of your past students tend to work for some of the top companies, including Vodafone, and Vodafone Ghana has introduced another industry's first product known as the Vodafone One Family. I'm a customer of Vodafone. I don't know whether I should be proud or not, but look, they are the best so far I've encountered over the last 10, 11, 12 years. And we'll have a drive-by. They'll come through the studio and we'll want to know more about it. But let's get you motivated. And I've already seen Indians, Vishal, Anthony, Akbar, Amitabh Bachchan, and all of these are part of the motivational message of Kojo Youngson. Kojo, please get it going.
This man will lead you astray. All right, so today's message from the Morning Man is called The Indian Pilot.